Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome back.
Listen, our next guest, we are so excited. Are we excited? We're very excited.
Look, my heart's pumping.
We're very excited. And listen, there's so much going on with this person that I have to have a piece of paper to read it all.
Don't tell them their names yet.
And I can't even read it all. But I'm not. This artist is a multi-talented singer, songwriter, author, entertainer, motivational speaker. Nashville Industry Music Awards awarded him with the Artist of the Year, Best Country Male Vocalist, Best Country Male Performer. He's the winner of the 2010 Get Discovered National Competition with Heart Radio and Clear Channel, and he was featured live on the iconic Jerry Lewis MDA Telethon. He penned the theme song Born to Lead for CBS Sports Network.
I didn't know he did that.
Lombardi Awards, and his songs are featured in stadiums nationwide for the NFL, the NBA, MLB, NHL, and Netflix. He has a heart for veterans and for children. Listen, he has a servant's heart. We are so pleased and honored to welcome Billy Dawson.
Billy Dawson. What's up, Billy?
Welcome.
What's up, you guys? Hey, thank you so much for having me on. That's too much of a list or something.
I didn't even get enough on there.
Oh, man. No, I appreciate you reading all those accolades, but, you know, I'm grateful to be on here. Obviously, y'all are all about God and stuff, but glory to God.
Yes, amen, amen.
In the highest, you know what I'm saying? All that stuff. I mean, it just, the higher you get, the higher you can give him, you know, glory and honor. You know, I got Jesus hugging the lamb on my
look how beautiful.
Okay, man. Okay,
that is so cool.
Yeah, that's my mom's favorite picture. That's why I got that on there. But I'm just blessed to be on here with you guys today.
Oh, we're glad to have you. And we know that you've been an inspiration to so many people with your music and your work. We're excited to tell everybody about what you're doing right now.
So what's going on with you, man, in that beautiful town of Nashville, Tennessee?
I'm working on some records, and just to let you know, like the viewers to know, like we previously talked just to hear before I got on here, and these two people are the same people as they are right now as they were before. So it's pretty cool to have hosts that are the same, you know. So y'all are awesome.
Yeah, man.
Y'all are awesome. You know, we're just working on some records right now. I got a bunch of clients in the studio. I got Dawson Studios Nash here. And we turn people's dreams into reality and make their songs radio ready. So that's what we do here.
Wow.
You know, other than touring, that's what I do on the side, and so make things happen.
How beautiful is that?
Well, you're an author as well. I mean, come on, man.
Oh, the children's book. Number one.
Did y'all get a chance to read it at all?
No,
Not yet.
we just heard about it, but I'm getting it.
So
I'll tell you a little bit about that if you want me to start off with that.
Please, you never know, right?
And then y'all can just ask me whatever you want to. But it didn't go number one, it went number two. So on Amazon.
Okay.
It was crazy because what had happened, it was a phenomenon kind of thing. There was Harry Potter, The Little Prince, and Malala's book. So there was all these books fighting for the number one spot at the time, and it was like number two, and it'd go down to number three, number five, then it'd go back up to number two. So none of us beat The Little Prince because they're releasing the movie, all that stuff, all the money was behind that, and it was just skyrocketing. Their sales were skyrocketing. So I never made it to number one, but I was grateful to be number two. So.
Oh, that's
yeah. It's kind of like
awesome.
It's kind of like in the draft, you know. I didn't go number one, but I went number two. I still made $80 million a year. And,
It was awesome. It was awesome, man. I mean, how that book came about too. This for your viewers who don't know who I am or about the book. It's a book called You Never Know, and it's about bullying and just kids dealing with societal things, you know. And so I had an experience, and my grandmother always told me to write stuff down. And so I had an experience to where I was going to California to write a song. It was a terrible trip. It was just literally ridiculous. I was ready to get home, and I accidentally packed my money underneath in my bag on the plane. And so the money and the credit cards were in the bag, but I had my license and my boarding pass, and they had already gone. And then I had a 6-hour layover in LAX, and I didn't have any food. And I was just like, I was hangry. And they threw some peanuts at me, but that wasn't enough sustenance. So we landed, and my wife, she was my girlfriend at the time, before we even got engaged. She picked me up, and I got in the driver's seat, pulled through a local burger establishment, and this guy's like, "Can I help you?" and just yells at me through the deal. And I was like, "Dude, this ain't the day." And I was like, "Yeah, I want I want a number 2 with onions, cheese, pickles, ketchup, mustard, and no mayonnaise because I hate mayonnaise. Mayonnaise and celery, hate both of them. But anyway, so this guy's like, so you want a number 1 with mayo? And just like yells again. I'm like, no, dude, it's a number. And I repeated my order, and he said, that's what I said. And just yells. And I was like, I'm literally like, I'm a nice guy, but like hangry, like peanuts, all that stuff. Pull through there, and we kind of make a few gestures. I leave, and I believe God still lays things on people's hearts. And as I'm driving off, like about 2 miles down the road there at Donaldson at the airport, it was like in my heart, I saw, what if this is his second job? What if this is what if he found out he had cancer? What if his dog died? What if his wife left him? All these things started popping up in my head, and I was like, all right, God. So, so I pulled back around, madder than a hornet, and pulled back through there. And the guy had a shiny bald head, kind of like Bull on Night Court. I used to watch Night Court with my grandpa back in the day. And I pulled back through, and he was like, he said, how can I help you? And he saw that it was me. I knew it because of cameras and stuff like that. And I said, hey, is this the guy I just yelled at and had a conversation? He said, yeah, what of it? Blah, 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 and start going off again. And then I just said, hey, man. And I told him what I saw in my heart. And I said, just wanted to apologize, turn around, apologize to you. And so he starts like weeping through this little speaker,
Wow.
And he was like, you don't know what day I had, what kind of day I had. He said, it's crazy of you to turn around and apologize and stuff. That made my day.
Wow.
And
look
so
at that.
he said, do you still want that number 2? And I was like, nah, man, I'm not hungry anymore. And and so I just felt so bad. And so we pull off from there, and I was like, I'm gonna go just write this down.
Right.
My grandmother's in my head. Hey, write that down. And so I wrote it down. And that story didn't necessarily become in the book or whatever, but like I started thinking about all the situations that I went through as a kid, us being, poor for a while, and then driving a car that was kids would make fun of or whatever. So I started to think about all these little things that I went through, and then put them together in a book that actually adults actually like the book as much as kids.
Right. Right.
They're like, hey, because it reverts back to the adult in the end of the book. So I tried to make it relatable, and the whole vibe was, my quote on the back: "Life is like a canvas. You get to paint it the way you want, but you only get. Or life is like a work of art. You get to paint it the way you want, but you only get one canvas. So choose wisely how you brush." So that was the whole.
I love that.
Was
I love that.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. We're going to make sure we get it for our kids and grandkids, even though our kids are older. Like you say, it's for adults, too. We all need to be talked to about this kind of thing, because it's got to stop. It's prevalent. And, you don't even know all the people that are going through it, because a lot of times they don't want to say. Yeah. So this will help people to, talk about it more, get it out.
Yeah, I speak at schools and stuff. I interrupted him. He fixed to say something.
No, you good, because this is your interview.
No, man, I'm here for you guys.
No.
I've spoken a few schools. I mean, I've on my time off, I try to find schools to speak at. If we're on the road, we find a place, and kids go crazy, give out some Chick-fil-A gift cards and stuff like that, make it fun for them, and then talk about these issues.
Right.
But we've had kids turn in, like 11 to 12-year-old kids turn in suicide notes and all kinds of stuff.
Wow.
Like, that's what it's worth,
That's right.
That's what it's all about.
That's what it's all about.
Well, you're helping a lot of people with the book, and then also your project with the songwriter and singers.
Yes.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes.
Yeah, so this is a project called Seniors and Songwriters, and I'll start off with the story. It's better to kind of lead into it with the story, but I was doing a show down in Brooksville, Florida, for Operation Heartfelt, which is Feeding Empty Little Tummies, the backpack program that they give the kids, meals. They check out the backpack on Friday and then bring it back on Monday so they can refill it the next week when they can't eat on the weekends, because a lot of schools don't. Our whole society doesn't really feed kids who are going through things in the weekend. So there's a big need in that. So I raise money for that every year. And we were down there, and we got rained out. And so I was doing a sound check beforehand, and it got rained out, and then there was all these kiosk tents that were all around, and so I went to each one in the rain and was shaking their hand. Hey, thanks for coming. Sorry it ain't happening. And I got to the last tent, and it was the Grand, Brooksville, the Grand Assisted Living, which is a Meridian assisted thing. I was like, hey, where are y'all located? You know, and they said right across the street. All the old folks were listening to your sound check, and they loved it. And so I was like, well, I mean, the show's canceled, so why don't I just go over there and play some songs for them, you know? And so I went in there. They were probably wondering, you know, I tell everybody this, what's this long-haired, tattooed hippie walking in here? You know, coming in here, bringing his guitar, tattoos, and then I started pulling out all these old Hank Senior songs and stuff, these older songs, and they were sitting at lunch, and they all lit up like Christmas trees, and like got up and started clapping, and just like, whoa, they came to life, you know.
Oh,
and got to meet a lot of them. Left there, and Kevin Carlin, who has now become one of my best friends, is one of the owners of Meridian. He reached out to me through not MySpace, sorry. Is there even MySpace anymore, man? That's aging me.
It's probably still there.
Facebook took MySpace.
Yeah, exactly, yeah. My book, you know, my book and Face. I don't know. Anyway, so Kevin reached out to me through Facebook, and he was like, hey, thanks for doing this. You care if we put you in our newsletter? And I was like, yeah, man, whatever. So we started talking, and I've always dreamt about, you know, having like a show that features songwriters and the story behind the hit song, and the, you know, like, and just showcase them. So, and he was like, well, why don't we like combine both of these and get the story behind the senior and a story behind the songwriter? And since COVID happened, we didn't get to do the episodes that we wanted to about bringing in the hit songwriters. So before COVID, we got to bring in like Aaron Barker, who wrote all the hits for George Strait, you know, Baby Blue, I Could Still Make Cheyenne, you know, Love Without End, Amen, you know, all these different songs, you know. And we came and did shows for these seniors, and they all lit up. Oh my gosh. And then got the stories behind these seniors. So we're trying to put the stories down so future generations can learn, because digital is going to stay in, you know. And I said last time in the last interview, we're going to carve their story into digital stone.
Oh,
you know,
that is incredible.
That's awesome.
You know?
Wow, how wonderful is that? I mean, we were talking about at the beginning, you have a servant's heart. And there's no question about that, because we haven't even talked about all of it. You've done some wonderful things.
We need to have like
we need some more time with you.
That's what we need, because I want to peel that back.
Yeah.
But how can people get in touch with you if they want to learn more about your music?
They can go to MySpace. No, I'm just kidding you. Oh man, I'm sorry. They can go to BillyDawsonMusic.com. If you can remember Billy Goat and Dawson's Creek, you'll never forget my name. So BillyDawsonMusic.com.
There it is. It's stuck now.
Instagram, Billy Dawson Music. Pretty much that. If you type that in, it'll pull up any contact information.
Awesome.
Yeah, we're encouraging folks to go out and connect with you and learn more about what you're doing, Billy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Again, we
thank you so much.
You better believe it. If you will, I know we're probably running out of time, but if you go on Meridian Senior Living Facebook, you can kind of look through there, or YouTube, and type in seniors and songwriters and watch the episodes. There's an amazing man, Mr. Perkins. He's 97-year young veteran, marched with Martin Luther King. Did some stuff with Haile Selassie, however you say his name, in Ethiopia. Did a bunch of things, taught at Howard University, and there's also an episode about Sid, and I'm not going to give away the surprise on that, but like that's I don't want to give you too much information on it, because I want you to enjoy it.
But they can go there and see it all.
out.
So we'll check it out as well.
Absolutely.
But we do want to spend more time with you and learn more about what you're doing, hear more about it.
Yeah, let me know when y'all want to do it. We'll make it happen.
All right, brother.
Thank you so much.
God
bless you guys.
Love you, man. God bless you.
Love you.
Love y'all.
All right.